Thank you. I'm gorgeous. Welcome back to Lady Babylon. This is initiating apocalypse again. Oh, God. I want to first of all extend thanks to the congregation of Satan. And I want to thank you for helping me. You know, somebody told me in a, comment, email, I can't remember. They said, hey, Amen, let the congregation help you. And I've been thinking about it, and it just hit me in the shower. I said, some choices I got to make for a shirt, please. So thank you very much for the choice tonight. I'll be relying on you throughout this session. Because of the conversation that's so important to me, right? You're not just sitting there because, you want to be some anonymous weirdo. You know what I mean? This is the gymnasium and people want to be involved. I am going to bring you some of the most beautiful Greek you've ever seen tonight. Okay? I'm bringing the best for you. You know why? You know why, congregation? Because there's two types of people in the world. There are those who talk and sell, and those who do. And you love it. You're so drawn to it. You're so drawn to it. Fantastico. Oh, what do I have in store for you tonight? What am I going to bring you? Of course, please remember, we have a great victory. We have a great victory. And Satanic congregation, it's so important. No, make me small. Make me small, I insist. Chewy, give me the comments that are in response to my questions. Satanic congregation, it's important to me. Very important. I want you to know I'm going through the comments of Danny Jones' marvelous, marvelous interview. Right? And I'm looking at your comments, and I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. Why? Because it's total victory. I'm drinking in the victory. I feel, people. Can you feel it? Can you feel the victory? I have holy relics now. We have them on the run. 1,800 years. And now there's a crack. There's a crack. Oh, God. And all it is requiring is that we very faithfully and loyally bring those sources. We bring them those sources. It's absolutely gorgeous. And the scholars are scrambling. They're even creating terms. Judeo-Greek now. Really? Really? Come on, people. Seriously? Oh, God. It's pathetic, people. We've got them on the run. It's their own text, just the Christing alone. Wait, what was that? Chewy, leave it up there if it's juicy. Here's odd sock in the washing machine of life. I like that. It's a little bit poetic. You won. Bob was like a little bug, and I love how you protected Chewy. Oh my God, did they see it? Did they see it, people? Oh, now here's the news, by the way. Here's the news. Danny Jones is working diligently to get part 2, right? Really, we've got parts 2 and 3, right? Because there is an interview with Bob, and it sets up perfectly. It's so gorgeous, people. Oh, God. Absolutely gorgeous. Do you see what the Muse has done? Tonight, people, tonight there is hope. There is hope that the ignorance has been consumed. I love it, people. And remember, it's just those texts, those sexy, sexy texts that you love so much. Does anybody want to say, don't spoil anything? Don't spoil anything, Satanic Congregation. Be nice. Do you feel, wait, somebody, I feel bad for Bob, but now, come on now. There is a little bit of joy. There's a little bit of joy in reaping. There's a little bit of joy. Oh, God, the electricity, people, you were all there with me. Oh, God, the energy in the room was fantastic. Are you sure? Did they see the end? Chewy, what? I didn't know. Is it released out already? I didn't know. Right, it's probably there. Oh, fantastic. For wherever it is, Danny is working diligently. Right, he's got all sorts of airplanes on the runway. Boom. Right? Oh, God, just wait, people. Wait, Satanic Congregation, I got to see this. Bob's soul was reaped. Right? I've got to say this. Danny is, you can see now, if you've seen the whole thing, how much Danny is really putting his entire neck out there for the sake of this metal free speech forum. It was fantastic. As long as it lasted. I wanted to draw it out, people. And I know you want me to draw it out next time. I promise you it'll be much longer. You'll get to enjoy it. Can anybody just tell me, don't spoil anything? Did anybody enjoy the moment when the tables were turned? Did anybody enjoy that? Oh, God, you know what part it was. Yeah, you know what part it was. Oh, God. People, the power of what we are doing is on display. This is a power that the priest of Apollo told me is fate. It is the bringing of fate, and it is gorgeous magic. Oh, God, it is absolutely gorgeous magic. New songs being written. Couldn't believe he asked you for it. That's Danny. You must have seen it then. Oh, my God. People, Satanic Congregation. Yes, Danny has a good soul. Look, we've got to let the congregation tell some of the story. So hit him, Chewy. Apollo is my boy. Yeah, damn straight. Destiny had a sense of humor. Oh, fantastic. You know, you've got to have the Bacchic repose. Right? I was just telling the priest of Apollo, why is it that you're always the one playing the instruments, son of Apollo? And Bacchus is dancing with the ladies. Yes. Oh, God. Do you realize? It's absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Why? Because it's a procession. What do you think those ladies are singing? Oh, God, cover your ears. The Bacchic procession. If we go there now, you're going to love it. But before we go there tonight, people, I want to take you to some of the most holy ground that I've shown you, right? Some of the most holy ground. Are you ready? Hail Dionysus. That's right. Don't say too much. Don't give it away about the cash. Did you see everything, people? When you saw me and my response, did you see Chewy? Hey, did anybody say Chewy? Congregation, let me know. I haven't seen it yet. Did did anybody say Chewy? Please, please. Oh, oh, maybe not. No, oh, Chewy, you remain forever anonymous. But did the envelope was there? Did anybody see the envelope? Now, come on, Satanic Congregation. We've got to be. Oh, we've got. I'm sorry, Chewy. Yeah, it was something there. It was fantastic. Love it. Tell me something though. Did people? Yeah, with the magnet. What? What does that mean? I don't understand it. Your sense of humor. Valerie, I saw her with. Do you get that magnifying glass? I don't understand it. Valerie, explain that when you're leaving us all in the lurch. Look, people. Yes, they saw the envelope. People saw the envelope. The envelope. No, no, no. Did you? Did you really, congregation? You wouldn't put this over on me. Like, right? This isn't some kind of surprise, prom and happy something. No, please, people. You saw the envelope. Okay. Do you see the integrity? Yeah. Oh my God. Shh. Oh my God. He asked if it was cash. He asked if it was cash. Do you see the hunt, people? Do you see why we come out here and hunt? Oh God. Oh God. Public safety. He used to say public safety. Chewy floated like an integer in a piece of code and interrupted my daydreaming. Look, Chewy, people are noticing. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Wonderful. Right. I know. I'll mention him later. Stop it. Everybody at once. Henry Cavill. For God's sake, Henry Cavill. Please. It won't require much, will it? Give me the Christ. People, look, what is the lesson? I'm sorry. I'll get to the lesson. What is the theme tonight? The theme is that white envelope. That white envelope. White envelopes. By the way, somebody mentioned burrows in the comments there earlier, because I was looking at the comments because I watched what Satanic Congregation thinks. You inform me, people. Bob has to live out the rest of his life knowing the devil got the best of him. Wasn't it gorgeous? And it led up. Look, people, it led up to that point. You realize the whole lead up of his interview is boasting and braggadocio, arrogance. I can cast out anything. Bob, run, Bob, run. Exorcisms for, oh no. I think I'm dead. Did I just die? Oh my God, that was painful. Exorcisms for sale. Thanks. Lux. That's fantastic. Give me some light, baby. Um, yeah, people, please enjoy that. And for everybody who's waiting for it to come out on YouTube in a version, you please realize Danny, Iron Danny, by the way, that's the name. Very hard to get these videos on YouTube. Do you understand? He has to work diligently. And oh my God, he and Steve, they have made some shorts that will blow your mind. They will blow your mind. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh my God, I can't wait. I can't wait for the tube of the U to accept. Fantastic. Came back clear. Hallelujah. Ololuto, right? Oh, God. Thank you, Mystic Bookshop. I hope you still have books that are mystic. Are you ready? What are we going to do with our non-monetized time? Whatever the hell we want, right? Whatever the hell we want. Hallelujah. Are we still, we're trapped in time. Are we still up in the corner? Give me the first one. Purify us, Chewy. Hit it. People, Chewy's waiting to reset. You are very patient people. Thank you for staying. While the technology gives me a workabout in a back alley. Oh, God, it's starting to hurt. Give me the first reference, people. And please have some respect here. This is gorgeousness. By the way, and I'm also going to show you a Bible passage tonight that has never made sense, and it will after we do it tonight. It's gorgeous. Lovely. Thank you. Give me the first one. The very first. Yep. Boom. Please let the scanners work. Hit us with the chorus. Oh, God. By the way, how does everybody like Teddy Bass? Ryan, shout out to Teddy Bass tonight for the new songs. Wonderful. I don't mention you enough, Teddy, but thank you, people. People seem to groove on it. So I like it. I like it. Excellent. Hit us with the chorus. It's not there. Whew. It's going to be we're going to have a hard time tonight, people. I'll just have to fill in the gaps here for us. What I'm going to give you in this first section is some of the holiest of the holy poetry. Now, this stuff is romantic and sets the stage for everything you know. For everything you know, whether it's science, whether it's music and math and geometry, all sorts of stuff like that. This is going to set the stage. Are you ready? Here we go. Who is this? It's Antiquity, right? The Thessalonian. Antiquity, the Thessalonian. And what does he say? By the way, this is from the Greek anthology. So for those of you who are like, oh, I want a source, right? It's sitting there at the top. But this is, look, people, there were uncountable ancient Greek authors, right? When you go into the library, you don't find other languages there for a reason, man. Swamped and flooded, and the language has spread from east to west, and there's not one form spoken here and another form spoken there. There's not forms that grew up in different places. They're all around a mixture of ethnicities, maintaining the integrity of Mother Greek. And how do you maintain the integrity? Tell me, Antiquity. Antiquity tells us, look, people, I need to wake you up out of your stupid stupor. Now, that's not for a satanic congregation because you people love this stuff, right? And you know it's here, right? But what does this say? It says Helicon, the mountain of the Muses, right? It says the mountain has nourished, literally fed up, fattened up, right? Fed up 9 women with divine voice. Yeah, yeah. And where else? You know, the cliffs of Pieria, right? And Macedonia. And who are these women? So this is for you to wake you up. These are the founders of the ideas that brought you democracy. Do you understand? And they're not men. And the scholars, because they are lazy and never go to the texts, they write books so they can make money. Those scholars don't even know. It's an ignorance of the text, man. We had to tell them about Christ, right? We had to tell them why, because nobody pays attention. Everybody's asleep at the wheel of greed. This is fantastic. What does it say? I'm going to give you a list. Holy, there it is again. Who are these women? Are you ready to hear some of the greatest names, minds in the ancient world? And by the way, these are all guitarists. Oh, Praxilla, right? Moira, right? Antiquity, who's known for her mouth, man. She is a female Homer. And then don't forget, there's Sappho. There's Sappho. She is that perfect organization of the lesbian tradition. She is that beautiful haired one, just like Irena, right? And that gorgeous voice, Telesilla. And you, Corinna, you too, Corinna, right? Oh God, the one who is depicting. What are these ladies, by the way? What are they depicting? They're depicting here the shield that drives back the warrior. And it is the shield of Athena. They are hailing goddesses. Wait, before you leave. They're hailing goddesses. And what do they say? Well, first of all, we got to acknowledge that gloriously voiced Nausida, right? And look, she's delightful. Myrtis, she does a delightful song, right? It's absolutely gorgeous. And all of them work these eternal verses because Uranos himself, the great, gave birth to 9 divine muses, but Earth herself has birthed that which is an unageable joy for mortals. Oh, God. Euphrosine. Right? Euphrosyne. Oh, God. Do you understand where we start tonight? We start in a romance. Do you see it? Oh, God. It is so incredibly gorgeous, democratic, scientific, free, pure freedom. Do you understand? Pure freedom by the unbroken double X's. These are the women warriors. Do you know who Sappho? Do you know who she was friends with and related to? The migrating tribes of Amazonian women who were part of lesbian culture. We're talking people. We're not talking fairy tale. It's absolutely gorgeous. Those are the 9 poetesses who started everything. Let's acknowledge them. Let's acknowledge them. Isn't that gorgeous? Who did they worship, right? Who do you think they worshiped? The huntress who was herself Urania. Gorgeous. Oh, God. People, the reality of your history is so much more interesting than the fairy tale, or what the donors tell the people to put into the curricula, right? Whatever your fairy tale is, these texts are way better. This is pure dope. As any satisfied lady out there will tell you, any compressed and loved and brought to the point of bringing the song in her own voice into the universe, that satisfaction cannot be bought. It must be performed. Do you understand? And there are those who can and those who can't. There are those who play and those who don't. Oh, fantastic. Oh, God, you're going to love it tonight, people. Look, I brought really good stuff because I was like, what can I give the congregation? Right? I want to give them the new. Okay, let's cleanse ourselves. Chewy, give me the next one. Let's cleanse ourselves. Oh, God. Oh, who is this? Parmenion. He's a Macedonian. Isn't that nice? Now, are you ever going to find this guy again? No, and you didn't know he exists. And where are these sources from? Both this one and the one before it, or from the Greek anthology? What is an anthology? It is a collection of flowers, baby. Collection of flowers. What do? We go. There's so much ancient Greek literature, right? So when anybody tells you anything about literacy in antiquity, realize they're generalizing. When you hear that generalizing, you know that it's bullshit, because different cultures rise to different levels, right, of literacy. There's so many authors out there. What do? We just wander the fields. If we're ancient Greeks, we say, you know what? Let's wander the literary fields and pick the most beautiful stuff and put it into one work we'll call, I don't know, Flowers and Words. Gorgeous. Do it. Right? By the way, logia are also oracles. Right? You're going to find these with the oracles. Love it. Arche moichlaines liton skepas. Look, I'm satisfied with just a cheap shirt for a cloak. Right? I'm never gonna serve tuleu sou de trapezais. I'm never, right, gonna serve some big table. Right? I'm not gonna serve because that table has so much lovey-dovey food and yummies on it. Delicacy. What do? Boskomenos anthea museon. That was backwards. Don't you love it? I pasture on the flowers of the Muses. Misopluton anun. I hate wealth that is mindless. What a mindless, disgusting thing. It's the nurse of crows. It's the nurse of those flattering crows. You get those. You get those with the wealth. I'm never going to be standing at the top of the hill, people. I know the freedom of the lifestyle that is poor. Yeah. Oh, God. Isn't that gorgeous? People, and I think this interview with Danny is showing that, because people are bringing it out in the comments. People are bringing it out in the comments. They'd recognize that I am neither beholden to a sponsor because I am not monetized, nor am I beholden to an institution. I can say whatever I want. This is real free speech. And we're only getting it because we are Ronin. Do you understand? Do you understand the freedom? Oh, God, it makes me want to whip something. Quick, somebody, for the sake of classical education, for the sake of these authors, please, satanic congregation, who wants to be whipped? And remember, the reason, people, that we are doing this, well, the congregation is responding. The reason we are doing this is because this is purgation. This is purgation. Do you understand? There are those of us who have been naughty, and this naughtiness, it must be purged. Yes, Jesus is certainly, look, Reverend Cush always wants me to do something with Jesus. Fine, Jesus, we will spank Jesus. Who else, people? For the sake of the purge, who else do we spank? Shall we spank Bob? By the way, shall we spank Bob from a distance? Right? Oh, whip us all. Jesus Christ. The whip of truth. Indeed. 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 Spankings for everyone with the whip of truth. Bob Larson, too. Bob Larson, spank Bob. Didn't you want to spank Bob while you were sitting there? You're like, Bob, you've been bad. Right? Spank West. We can spank him too. Why not? Right? People, can you imagine right now being one of these academics with your pants down around your ankles? Can you imagine this? This is the beginning. Don't bring out Timmy yet. Don't bring out Timmy yet. Wait. We've got to reserve Timmy. I've got a lot tonight for you. We've got to reserve for Timmy. Okay. Let's get to the next source, because these are people are going to love these, right? And by the way, people, we can say what we want, right? Put them up. You know what? It's the late 70s, man. Right? I'm here to fix the pipes. And they're caught with their pants down. Harvard with her pants down. Harvard, pull your pants up. Do you understand? And all it takes, people, all it takes is the voices of the dead. Kai Elthin, Ace, excuse me, that's a rough breathing. It should be. Ekton hepta angelon ton echon ton das hepta fialas. And there came one from the 7 angels who carried the 7 fialas, the 7 drug bowls, and those drug bowls contained the 7 plagues of the eschaton. Do you want the 7 plagues of the eschaton? Are you ready for this? Did everybody read the Mithraic liturgy? I'm scared. Now we can bring in Timmy. Shut up, Timmy. Kai elalesen mete mulegon teoro. Here's the guy with the drugs. We're going to show pictures. He says, come here. I'm going to show you something. Now, when this dude comes over, wait, don't change it yet. When this dude comes over with the bowl full of drugs, do you know what you should do? You should listen very carefully to his menacing, ominous words that are putting you in just a little state of panic. To be honest, considerable state of panic. They tied you down for this one. I will show you. What does he say? Drug man, I will show you the nymph. I'll show you the woman of the fleece. Oh, God, you mean that's in the Bible? That's in the Bible? Oh, it's so sexy. How does the sexiness get into the Bible? It's not the question of how does the sexiness get into the Bible. It's a question of how is the sexiness read out of the Bible over centuries. You see, the early Christians had those texts and they knew they had to apologize. They apologized, right, for Mary and all of that kind of stuff, all of her sex drugs, right? They apologized for that. That's the kind of thing that once you get past the Christian crust and you see the actual history before, for example, the name Christ, before things are altered by the Christians, because the Christians come in and start changing history. Yeah. Right? You hear the narrative. They were fed to the lions. Yeah. Yeah. They create a false narrative. They started by burning down the libraries. These are monists. This is what monists do. Monists hate sources. And as those of you who saw, people, wasn't it ridiculous? I couldn't even get him to tell me what a Christ is. Why? Why should you fear? Now, for those of you, I don't want to ruin anything, right? For those of you who haven't seen it yet, but in the background, while all of this is happening, people from Bob are going to people around me to get information. I felt like I was in a network in some kind of sick. Wasn't it sick, Chewy? It was sick. Did anybody else get that read near the end? Did you feel it in me? I was like, oh my God. Give me the sick wealthy. What did it say? Sick wealth? Give me that one. Here's the definition, people, of that fiale. Just in case you don't. People never trust me. Look, the Brits even figured it out back in 1850. Look at the B. Look at the B. What is this thing? It's just a container, right? Right. It's just a container for liquids. But look at B. It's used for unguents. Give me the next one. It's used for unguents. And notice, especially here in the Greek, allos theodes muron, right? What does this one contain? This fiale. What does it contain? It contains that gorgeous smelling muron. Oh, right. Right, for administering medicines. Right, fantastic. Good, nice. Meet the accoutrement of the period, right? Give me the next one. People, what is the Lamb of God? That is the Aren, not the Arnion. The Arnion is the diminutive. Friggin' read it. It's a little lammy. Or commonly the fleece. Now, do you understand? The Lamb of God is a creation of people who were not reading the Greek. It is a theological entry into the scum that develops after these texts begin to circulate. Ew. Thankfully, the originals are all preserved, man, right in the language. You don't need to try to figure out, what does this mean here? The word Christ becomes a name under the authority and the usage of the monists. When Jesus is walking around, it is not. And how do I know that, people? How do I know that? You're going to sit there and you're going to say, this man is telling lies. Don't you love those comments, by the way? I love those comments on Danny, right? Oh, God. How do you know? 36,000? I don't know how many I've been through so far. I don't know how many I've been through. You start to notice trends. Christ, people. These are Christs. You start to notice trends. I can see now when Christ becomes a name. It's amazing. The glorious history of it's amazing. And when Jesus is walking around, it's still a drug. Before he's walking around, it's a drug. After he's walking around, it's still a drug. But that drug becomes a name, right? Think of it as if you were going to boof, right? If you were going to boof, this person is known for boofing. Imagine yourself boofing. What is that doing? Imagine yourself boofing. Did I say boof enough? No. I think it has something to do with toads. Doesn't it have something to do with toads? Licking toads? I think it's licking toads, right? I don't know. So you're out doing whatever it is you're doing, and you are telling people great marvels, your math and your science, your music. It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And you're a good wrestler too. You know what I mean? Right? Oh my God. And what are you known for? You're known for boofing. After a while, we would call you the boofer, right? That's what we would call you. The meaning of Christ never changes. It's always a drug. Sorry, people. The fairy tale doesn't exist. It's always a drug. And there are two types of people: those who read the text and those who don't. Those who perform and those who watch others perform. That's why she likes it so much. Oh, God. What can he do that I can't? Boom. Purple boofinator. Oh, my God, people. Do you see what happens when you let these perverted people open up their minds to the coinage of new terms? It's amazingly Renaissance. I love it. It's too bad that the Renaissance has to be such a perversion. Boof. The boof. Okay. Right. All right. We get it. Throw that beach ball around. Give me the next one. Give me the next one. I love it. This is fun being a satanic congregation. It's fun. That's why people love it, right? I'm not gonna. Okay, yeah. Let me just go ahead and translate it. The one who is sitting on the throne says, hey, look, pay attention. I make everything new, baby. Right? And he says, write this stuff down, dude. Right? These words are faithful and true. Right? And look, this is all coming to pass right now. It's done. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the completion. I will give to the one who is dipsotic, and I will draw from the well of the water of Zoe freely. Wait, the well of the water of Zoe. The well of the water of Zoe. Who's that? Who's Zoe? Right. For those of you who are new to Lady Babylon, we've known for a while who Zoe is. Right. She was the one who was there to make that dude Adamas, remember? To make him invincible. Right. She was the one who was drawn from the side. Do you understand what that means? Do you understand? Engage your flanks, or Jesus is going to take you like Mary and the kids into the woods. Do you understand? Okay, now I'm about to show you. Everybody says that man's crazy. That man's saying crazy stuff. No, let me show you the Bible, people. Give me the next one. Let's follow the. Yeah, this is 1 Corinthians 10, people. This is the stuff that never makes sense, right? Look, I'm just going to go ahead and translate it. This is Paul. And he says, look, I'm not going to consent to you being ignorant, brothers, right? That our fathers, all of them, were taken under the cloud, and all of them came through the sea, and all of them were baptized into Moses in the cloud, in the sea. Do you have a picture? Do you have a picture of that? I'm sorry, Chewy has prepared kind of an illustration for us. For us, an illustration indeed. It's fantastic, right? We're already at the drugs. We're already at the drugs. And you say, no, it's the fairy tale. Oh, come here. Oh, are you going to get tired of this, you stupid? I wait for you to see it. Oh, give it to him, Chewie. Show him. Right, there they are, being baptized in the cloud. They're going through the sea, baby. Are you ready? And you say, oh, that's not drugs. That's not drugs, you stupid people. You stupid people. Give me the next one. Give me the same one that was up there, because that has the proof. People, look, what's the very next thing? It says, right, after they were baptized, yeah, all of them ate food that was pneumatic, and all of them drank the potion that is pneumatic. Take it down. Pneumaticon. Do you know where you're going to find this? You're going to find this as a description of the powers of the drugs that the angels use to give us the visions. You're going to find it on the medical side with the drugs that alter perception. It is pneumatic. It is what brings you the spirit of prophecy. You mean we don't have books written by Moses from 2100 BC? Or we don't have Abraham chasing Isaac around with his hatchet out there from 2300, whenever. No, we don't, people. These books that you're reading, they come from Hellenistic Greece, and they're using the very same terms that everybody is using associated with the library in Mother Greek. There is no Judean Greek. There only has to be if the history doesn't add up. Welcome to the reality. Whip the booth, baby. Right? Whip the booth. Is that what that said? Or did it say with the booth? You could probably do both. I don't know which is either. I know Greek's superior. Damn right, Valerie. You're damn right. Right? Cheers to that altar. Right, exactly. Did anybody Christ my drink in here? Where is he? Where's Jesus? Can you Christ this? He's all like, yeah, lady, what do I have to do with you? And she's like, I'm just your mother, ass. The Bible is important for you to learn every word of it. I know you don't like it. It's very important. You get to see people. Back to Corinthians. What are they doing? They're taking the pneumatic potion, right? That's what it says. And what does it say? Now, are you ready? After that, it says they drank the pneumatic potion. It also says, for they drank from the pneumatic rock, right? That rock is in their service. And that rock was the Christ. Do you understand? And all the evangelicals, all the evangelicals jump around. They say, Jesus was in the Old Testament. They sound like dumbasses, right? Jesus was in the Old Testament. He showed up with Moses. Right? No, you dumbass. This is a Hellenistic text talking about the Christ, the drug. Yeah. The drug. God, how do you think they're doing this? And I mean, what is it? You have to really go so far with the pneumatic. You have to go so far to explain this. It doesn't, the fairy tale with Charlton Heston. Oh, and what's funny is you sit there It's your dinner, not even realizing what your traditions are. It's amazing. Do you know why? Because of the monist crust. Yeah. Yeah. So what happens? God didn't like it all, the stuff that was going on. And so he killed them and left them there in the desert, strewn about, with their bodies. Right? Oh, okay. People, I want you to look at this paragraph. The one that's coming up starts at verse 6, right? These things are all our types, right? They're supposed to be lessons for us, people, that we might not become a dololatrai. Now, you're going to see that in the Bible translated as idolaters. Idolaters is just a transliteration of that word. That is not a definition. That is not a definition at all. It is the worker in the eidolon who has been baptized. When you have Uranos open, you are working the eidola, the images. All right. So these people, what did they do with Moses and his group? It's written down, right? We know that they prepared to eat and to drink, right? And then they did, and they got up and they paizoed. They did what? They played sportively. And people would say, oh, don't make it dirty. Oh, it is very, very dirty. Because the very next word is porneomen, right? Don't be a bananaist, right? Don't be that person running around doing the idolatry. Why? Because you cannot get there without porneia. You cannot get there, right? Okay. So a whole bunch of them got killed off. They're fighting. They're doing the same friggin' thing they're doing in the first century. It's just a reflection, right, of what's going on. Oh, God. They were destroyed, people. Long story short, the shit went south and they all got destroyed. Okay. All right. Give me the next one. Don't take the daimon and put them into a position where they're going to be forced to prove themselves. Do you understand? Yeah. Yeah. People, what did this angel do with his drug bowl? He ripped me out of myself and put me in pneumati on the highest mountain, right? And what did I see? Do you understand? Uranos is open. What did I see? I saw a city, a holy city coming out of Uranos, right from God. And what else are you seeing as you were sitting there, serviced by the dude who is Christing? What do you see? I bet he's going to see some fallen angels. I saw the walls of the city, right? Having 12 foundations. Of course you did, because this is ion, the stuff that's written down in the synagogues. That's a Greek word. I thought synagogue was Hebrew. No, it's a Greek word. And you know what's in those monist synagogues? Ion. Look it up. An ion has 12 foundations. Oh, God. People, right? They just don't want to see it, people. They just don't want to see it, right? Oh, God, Jesus, Jesus loves me. No, he doesn't. He died on a cross because he was a laces, a child trafficker, and he was arrested with a naked kid in a public park, which is those of you who watched. Did you see what Bob did? Bob had nothing to say, bro. They have nothing. They have zilch. This is the silencer. Next time a monist opens their mouths and starts sharing the gospel with them. Tell them gospel's a drug term. Take that garbage and give it to your Lord and Savior who was arrested with a naked kid, you perverts. They're all perverts. What was Jesus doing at 4 a.m. with that kid? Oh, God. Give me the next one. We have to feed these people. You love them, by the way. These are all weapons. And what happens? Yeah, all the scuzziness isn't going to be able to enter this city, baby. Right? The one who brings that delugma and that pseudos, that falseness, that pollution of the right. Yeah. Not these people. It's the people who are written in the book of Zoe. And what is that book? It's the book of the Fleece. Yeah. It has nothing to do with Jesus, people. It has nothing to do with Jesus whatsoever. It never did. It never will. What is written on the Fleece is the song of the Muse. Do you understand? There's a pneuma out there, right? There's a pneuma. And for every pneuma, there is an Egeria. And this is creation. Do you understand why your eyes must be opened? Let's go there and open eyes. Give me the next one. I think it's the eye-opening one. Oh, God. He jerked me into the spirit realm. You ever been kicked into the spirit realm? You know, there's 2 avenues for this, drugs and intercourse, they say. And when you put them together, it's much easier. Fantastic. Excellent. You didn't think that, but hey, we gave it to you. Right? Give me the next one. That's all Bible, right? Where is my vision coming from if I'm working with an angel? It's coming ek tu uranu. Remember that, because in the beginning was Uranos. All right? Fantastic. For all you witches and wizards, enjoy it. Give me the next one. Set your watches to this one. Dexo soite numfente gunaika tu arniu. I'm about to show you the bride, right? The woman of the fleece. Oh, God, that nymph, right? What is that nymph? Have you ever wondered, why does monist Christianity have to have a bride, right? Why do you have to have a bride? Why does the whole thing end in a bride? It's the same reason. Jesus Christ has to have a bride because Achilles, the one who was Christed, he had to have a bride. Do you understand? What is that mother doing? The very name that Eve comes from, that has been maligned for centuries, that very name is the name of your salvation. Achilles is the one being subjected to the burning off of his mortality. He is the one who joins the bride. Do you understand? Give me the next one. We have to, people, it's, once you see the actual words, it really clears things up, right? Who is the God who is involved in all of this? Look at the second line, Pantocrator. You know how old that title is? That title is older than any of the writings. Oh, and by the way, I've got tonight of the Hebrew, Aramaic, none of that stuff. That stuff doesn't exist. Go to the library at Alexandria. Do they have a Hebrew section? No. Do they have an Aramaic? What? Aramaic what? Oh, my God. Ask Lucian, baby. Ask Lucian. Right? Lucian's a Syrian. Right? A Syrian. What do you think he speaks? His native is Greek, baby. And he speaks it like an original. Why? He adopted it just like everybody else. Oh, God. God, kainaon, uk edon. I saw no temple in this place that came out of Uranos. For the Lord God, the Pantocrator, which we all recognize, is the Naos, is the fleece. Do you know where she comes from? Yeah. We know what she gives. She gives the water of life. She gives the water of life. Yeah. And where does she come from? She comes from this place. It's not a temple. It's the Pantocrator. It is the fleece upon which her song is written. Do you understand, XX, why the climax is so important? Because it is your song. Fantastic. Fantastic. You know what the meaning of this is? This is the magic that creates. It's the magic that creates. It's gorgeous. It speaks of a feminine beauty that confounds my native broken chromosome intelligence. Give it to me. One more. Let's give a couple more here. People, look, they got no need for the sun and the moon. Do you understand why that's so important to us and why they're offending us like this? Because the sun and the moon are everything, especially when phosphorus is involved. The glory of God shines on them, and that light is the fleece. Do you see what's happened? The dude who poisoned us with this vision has placed within our minds the image of the destruction of the sacred. We don't need a temple for her light. We don't need it. There is no need of sun and moon. And Paul the Apostle walks around, and Epithia follows him, screaming at him. And he walks around, and he walks around, and he walks around, and he says, you don't need nature. You don't need nature. It's always a departure from reason. You know what I mean? Let's give me the next one. It's always a departure from reason. Next thing you know, he's walking around with boys and he's immune to venom. Why? Because his eyes have been opened. Just like this says, this is what happens to the Ewa. This is what happens to, what's her name? You can't even remember her name. Well, you can't date this girl again. You can't even remember her name. She said, wants nothing to do with you. Her name is Zoe. Her name is Zoe. And it's what the text says, right? It's what the text says. Ewa sewados, one who cries, Ewa. A bacchanal kure. Kure, people. You see the word kure? That is Orphic Hymn 49:1. To Hipta, who is the Ewa de Kore. Thousands of years before it is ripped off, it is lied, it is plastered over with lies and falsehoods for the sake of money, power, land. Shame on you, you despicable human scum. How dare you? The museum is a sacred site. And as this text says, let anybody who messes with it get effed. Do you understand me? It's in the text. This philosophy of yours no longer matters. Your thoughts, your judgments, your opinions, because you know. You have no idea what's going on. You have no idea. It's beautiful, people. It's beautiful. In order to get there, we have to come through that Bacchic mirror. Right. Give me the next one. I think we're almost done. I think there's only a couple more, but I wanted to give them the name. Give me. Yep. Go ahead. People, what does this say? It says the serpent was the smartest of all the beasts that are on the earth. Why would it say such an odd? That's such an odd thing to say, isn't it? Unless you thought Lucifer was smart as hell. Isn't that funny? It kind of makes sense. Give me the next one. What does he do? What does he do? He lets her know you're going to be as gods. You're going to be as gods. And everybody in the monist tradition has a, oh my God, this gives them a headache. Oh God, no. Acknowledging the presence of multiple divinities. Of course they are, people, because this is a Greek text written in the 3rd century BC. Not in Hebrew Greek. Now, people, you need to hear this. Realize that I don't think people realize what a big deal this is. This guy, what's his name? I'll think of his name in a minute. He's from Haifa University, right? And he was interviewed on Danny Jones, right? And he said there has to be this thing called Jewish Greek, which is different. And then he went on about Yiddish very nervously, like, imagine that, a scholar of history now who has said he is a classicist, or at least he said he knows classical Greek. They all say that, right? They don't. They never do. He said there's this thing called Jewish Greek. It doesn't exist, people. It doesn't exist. Why can't it exist? What do you think the Jews are writing in? They're being raised in, taught in, their parents before them were, in Greek. There's no Jewish Greek. There's just Greek. That is absurd. But what that shows is that people can see there is a flaw in the history. Something is wrong. There's a lack of integrity. And it breaks down all over the language. And the fairy tale is exposed. And that's why the DA from LA is yelling, Amen is going to ruin everything. Do you see why this is so powerful? Do you see? It's the language, people. It's just the language. Love it. Give me the next one. Oh, God. Bathe ourselves in these things, right? What is it that we really want? We want to have that pleasant vision. The Ewa saw that it was very good. It was good to look upon. It was supposed to be, like it was purposeful. The eyes were supposed to behold that beauty. Did we end up naked with the devil? Yes, we did. Yes, we did. It was beautiful to see. You will be as gods. Do you understand? Now, what happened? The text says they were as gods. That's what actually happened, right? Who said that wouldn't happen? Yahoo did, the first lying bastard. Yahoo. The first lie in the Bible. I challenge every Christian out there. I challenge every monist. I challenge every shade of Mormon or Baptist, or let's be ecumenical, right? Just bring everybody. Bring the Pope. Bring the Pope. Let them answer. Let them answer. Give me the next one. Right. Oh, it's gorgeous. What was the challenge for that one? Yeah, bring in the eyes. What are they doing, people? They are not symbolically participating in communion. You people who do that, that's a joke. That's a joke. They actually ate it. They actually ate it. This is a physical process. The mystery is a physical process. Give me the next one. Give me the next one. And what are they? What are they ending up being? They're ending up being the same thing that the boy was with Jesus in the park. They ended up being naked. Somehow, the nakedness and the communion are aligned with the understanding. Yeah. You can't get there, people, without it. You can't. You need that nature. Contrary to what Paul, Tiny Dick, the apostle, is doing, you need the nature. What he says is contrary to 1,000 years of Greek science, embodied in a mystery that is meant for your health, a mystery that is meant to take you to death and beyond, and then to yank you back. Give me the next one. To yank you back. Why? Why? For the sake of Zoe and her water and her fleece. This is the origin. This is the origin. Show me the name. Show me the name. They can't deal with it, right? It's too bad. I thought the name was Havilah or something like that. No, people, it wasn't, right? What does this say? Adam called the name of his wife Zoe. Yeah. Isn't that nice? Zoe. Why? Right? She is the great mother. She is that mother of everything living. And hence the falsified Hebrew will try to follow this, but watch what happens. You get into a rut because they made up a word to represent this. Said, oh, it's life. It means life. Notice the text in Greek is capitalizing here. That is what you should really let hit inside your brain. This is a woman. Her name is Zoe. Her name is Zoe. This is not in the Hebrew. This is not in the Hebrew, right? And Adam called the name of his wife Zoe. Do you see it's capitalized? It's not the beginning of a sentence. They wouldn't have done that. No, it's because it's a proper name. It is a person. Zoe. Congratulations. You've never, ever, ever, ever met this woman because some monist screwballs came along and created a lie to entrap you. A lie to entrap you and to feed off your soul. And that's who you are. And who is the Ewa? Give it to me. Who is Eve? Eve is the title that Zoe takes. Yeah. Eve is the title. Here, look, here's the falsification, people. Here's the it means Hava. It means, oh, well, it's got to be Eve, right? Why didn't you translate it that time when the Greek does it in two different ways? Why didn't you do it that way? You stuck to this one, didn't you? Because you only have so many words. You only have so many words. Do you know it has nothing to do with that breath? That's a false derivation. That is fake history staring you in the face. And the scholars of this garbage are people who walk around saying Hebrew has no vowels. That's why it's only 7,000 words. It's despicable. It's despicable. And you know what? It's yummy to consume. I love consuming it, people. I love Bob. I love any monist of any flavor. And I promise I'll be really nice to the academics, right? I won't be blustery. Bob was giving off, right? Satanic Congregation, do me this favor. Tell me, what kind of vibes was Bob giving off? Just give us a preview. And Chewy, when you find him, put him back up. Give me the next. Yeah. Give me the next one. The very next one. Boom. Oh, people. And good responses. Chewy, I'm telling you to do two things at once. I know that's unreasonable. Can we get that text? Is there any way to get that text back? It's cycling. What do you think of the picture? That's a nice one, right? This is from the same person who sent us the one before, right? I don't know if she wants me to say who she is. And Adam knew the ale one. Who is the ale one? That is Tengunaike Autu, his wife, Zoe. Ale one is a title. Kai Sulabusa, and she became pregnant and gave birth to Cain. Do you know why that's significant? Yeah. Do you know why the birth of Cain is so significant? Because that is from the Ewa. Do you understand? She is that one who is going to bring the perfection, the Adamas. This is all directly Greek. This is not, none of this is Hebrew whatsoever. And this is the Old Testament, I am telling you. Everything the Christians have stood upon is a lie. It's an historically provable, linguistically demonstrable lie. Welcome to the real. Welcome to the real. Bob's Vibe gave me the ick. Did it, Stephanie? Oh, Stephanie, it gave me the ick too. It gave me the ick too. Did you hear me tell him in the end there about leaving Chewy alone? You know what I mean? I was like, no, that's what my parent instinct kicked in. Because when he walked in, he looked right at Chewy. And I was like, okay. What's funny is Chewy, didn't I tell you that was gonna, when Chewy was talking to me before, you know, Chewy used it as a time to make professional connections and work with producers and awesome people like Steve, right, who makes the whole thing fly. And I got to watch him on like 18 different screens. I watched what he's doing piloting. It was gorgeous. Anyway, it was work for both of us. And in he comes, and I just, you know, I'm just going to say it. You know, I told Chewy, we'll see what happens. You will test the waters, and you will be a truth meter for us. It was absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I know why the Pythia is so powerful and why the apostle is drawn to her. I understand it. It is a weakness in every one of those perverted brain cells. The exorcist is banished. I love it. Oh, God, I love it. People love it. Give me the next one. Give me the next one. We got people like, hurry the hell up, Alvin. It's taking too long. Man, does anybody hail Satan? Everyone, yeah, right. Hey there. Kobe, fantastic. Give me the next one. By the way, did anybody say anything? I hope that people are interested in that. We didn't do spankings yet. I'm saving people. There's Ewas, right? Look at the very bottom. The Ewas is actually a name for Bacchus himself. Do you understand who the Maenad is now? Yes, exactly. The possession is glorious, isn't it? It's glorious. It's glorious. And now you understand what they do at mysteries, especially when they cry Ewa in honor of this Bacchic Eve, in honor of Zoe, she who, with the help of the office, the serpent, brings forth Cain. All Greek. Fantastic. Those who do and those who don't. And you just got dead. Give me the next one. We got to hurry. We got to hurry. These people are like, look, I got to wash my hands. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know, because they've been eating. Don't be like that, Chewy, because they've been eating, right? People have dinner with almond on, right? No, keep it in a place of holiness. People, I'm going to bring you some fragments. What is this? This is your dessert, baby. I know I wore you out, right? I gave you everything, right? We got there to that place. This is the dessert. I'm going to put this whipped cream there, a little tiny cherry on top of it. Boop. Just let it sit there, right? Oh, no, be still. Don't let it fall off. Be still. Erinnues nen exeuresusi. Oh, God, the Erinnues, they're always going to find you out. What is this document that I'm reading to you? It is the oldest European manuscript. It is the oldest papyrus, the Derveni papyrus. It's the oldest one. This is lifted right from the real people. Those little boxes, those little brackets are where the holes are. The Erinnues, what is this oldest voice? From the 4th century BC. There is no Hebrew from this time. There is no Aramaic. There is nothing. They've got nada. There is nothing. You want Ashurbanipal's library? It's a fucking laundry list. It's a goddamn closet with a bunch of shopping lists. We're talking about the earliest literature that survives. And what has survived to us from this papyrus? The Furies. They will always find that one. They're always going to find you, baby. That's the way it is. You cannot prostitute the human soul. Fantastic. Give me the next one. Give me the next one. Are you ready? Here's another one. Here's another one from that same work. Yeah, this is it again. Oh God, isn't that gorgeous, by the way? Here's one column of it, right? And what does it say? The prayers and the sacrifices, right? What are we really trying to do? We're really trying to serve the soul, right? And what are the things that serve the soul? The Magus, with his song, is able to control and transfer the demons that are bringing you obstacles. Do you understand? These demons are the souls of those who have an attachment to you. And what else does he say? The Magi, they do all this sacrificing. And when I say sacrificing, remember, they're talking about sacrifice that initiates the dance, like Moses was doing in the 3rd century Greek work called the Septuagint. Like that dance, they are inducing that, moving the demons in your brain, treating you for the medicine with the medicine that they've got, and it's all drugs. And what does it say here? Oh my God, they're doing it like it's a sacrifice. Do you understand? They're pouring out their water and their milk, right? They are creating this anarithma, right? Production, these drugs, these drinks that are just, oh my God, they're so, look, imagine a cake of sacrifice that has all these little knobby knobs in it. And you put it on the flame, that's what it says. And you put it on the flame and you fumigate. You fumigate. And what are these magi doing when they're fumigating? They're purifying you, people, of your demons. Now, do you understand what Jesus was doing? Some of those demons are Eumenides. What's a Eumenides? Or what are the, it's plural, what are the Eumenides? They are the transference. The Magus has changed the daimon from an Aranis, from a spirit of anger into a spirit that is Eumenides, that is well-minded towards you. Do you understand what the mystery is doing? The mystery is healing you. The mystery is healing you. The god Apollo, the god of medicine, is Pan. Right? He's addressed this way. You give the person the panic and reset them with the drugs, and you're only going to be able to do it through the sexuality. So hold on. Give me the, we've got two more. I want to give these satyrs a chance to rock the ladies up, right? What's that? Yeah, I want the boom. No, next one. Boom, people. No, next one. There's more about the Magus in there and what he does for the soul. But point was that I want to bring is this one. Boom. Number 2. That one. There it is. How are we doing this? How does the Savior, through the magic of the drugs, bring you to salvation? They do it through enigmacy. Do you see that? That's we get our English word enigma from it because we weren't smart enough to have that word ourselves. So we read it in the Greek and we're like, oh, we should take this word. When Jesus Christ is walking around talking with his naked kid in the public park, talking in parables, you have to understand when you are drugging somebody and altering their mind, the eidola that you are servicing, the images have to be conveyed via analogia, analogy. This analogy is the enigma of the Sphinx, the strangler. Whew. Isn't that gorgeous? I'm going to strangle you with my enigma. Ooh, who wants to be strangled by a Sphinx? Did you know that Sphinx means strangler? And you're like, oh, the aliens came down and they built the pyramids. And then there was a Sphinx that was there, and that's there because it's magic. Oh, and there's an alien race that's coming out of a planet. You goddamn morons. Get your mind out of the bullshit and look at the texts. The Sphinx is very simply the strangler. There were temple guardians, still used that way by Egyptians. The holy avenues up to the temples with all those frozen Egyptian. Oh, God, the sculpture is awful. I don't care. I've been to Karnak. Like this. Are you? I want to ask one of those Egyptian gods, are you having problems with constipation? God, what was it with the Greeks? I don't think the Egyptians ever had intercourse, man. I don't think they did. I don't think they wrestled naked either. I don't think they did. Give me the next one. They had no sense of beauty, bro. I'm sorry. And people are going to be like, oh, he says terrible things. Yeah, you know what? Screw you. We're talking about actual sources. And here we've got Orpheus himself. Do you see what the oldest book that we've got, the oldest papyrus that we've got, the oldest scroll? What is it? It's about Orpheus himself. Do you understand who the Christ is? Yeah. He's the student of the Medwa. That's who he is. And the Medwa cries, Ewa. Do you understand? Your history has been twisted from the hands of a woman and placed into the hands of a man to control and manipulate and suck the life out of you. Give me the next. Let's finish. Let's finish. Oh, God. One more, Ed. One more beautiful. That was beautiful, I think, that one on the bottom. Give it to me. Oh, is this you? What's going on? Chewy, the controls. They're going crazy. People were getting jammed. I think the Empire's jamming us. Let's just send this last shot in, and then we'll bring on Penelope. Yeah, I know you're. Okay, people, are you ready? I'm just going to translate this. I'm going to let you do with it what you want. Are you ready? He completely swallowed down his Johnson. He's the first one to ejaculate pure ether. Now, that isn't the oldest surviving written thing that we have. Do you understand? From Greco-Roman antiquity. Here it is in Europe, right? This is it. That's it. He swallowed down his Johnson. Who? The one who first ejaculated the ether. This is the heart of the Orphic mystery. I am sorry, humanity, that Jesus Christ was involved sexually in a cult with children and drugs. I am sorry, but it is your reality. From those who can to those who can't. Hail Satan. Oh, wait, Penelope. Oh, God. Now that gets, and spankings. Oh, Chewy, you had me. I was there phasing out. Chewy, look, bring it on for everybody. Satanic congregation, thank you so much for standing with me. Thank you so much for standing with these texts. Thank you so much for standing with the Muse, most importantly. And for that, you must be spanked. You must be spanked. I spank everybody. I spank you. This is how I say spank you very much. Look, to everybody who wrote replies, to all of you, you know who you are, to everyone who wrote replies, they were naughty replies. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. To everybody who wrote sarcastic little jokes about people responding who were way, way too serious, or maybe they just didn't understand what's going on. You're so sarcastic. I love it. And to everybody who told me I was going to hell, which to be honest, it wasn't that many this time. To everybody, I think they're afraid. To everybody who wanted to but ran, because I know you love me. I know you love me, you monist. You want me to free you. Right there. When it gets like that, you like it. That's what we're doing. We're bringing the texts that are freeing you. Do you understand? It's our time. They're running. May every buttices bleed with reality. Bob, I send to you tonight, Penelope. May she always, Bob. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm over here. Bob, may Penelope always remind you of what gets your goat, Bob. And that was Amen. That was Amen. That was Amen, Bob. Live forever, Bob, knowing you ran from the Bible. And for all of you out there who would come and who would civilly sit down with me and talk about what a Christ is, and would civilly talk about what a gospel is, and anything, read the Bible. We can just read the Bible. People can just see us. We can bring up the Bible on the screen in Greek, right? What it is originally, and we can just translate it together. And when we do, Bible scholars, I'm sure that we can find a reality. Yes. To everyone, thanks for coming tonight. Penelope didn't show? Oh, she did. Okay. Thank you for coming. I won't take up any of your time, any more of your time. I appreciate it. Please, everybody, please support Danny. Give him a nice pat on the back and say thank you for bringing us, this kind of thing. You are sexy, sexy Iron Danny Jones. Thanks for coming tonight. Hail Satan. When I